What's up, Booktube? Mia coming at you again with another book review, and today we are reviewing Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. As you all know, these reviews do contain spoilers, so if you haven't read it, read the book and then come back and let's discuss. Let's jump right into the video. Truly Devious follows a girl named Stevie who gets accepted into this like all-inclusive like school for not even gifted kids, but they all got these like little special unique abilities about themselves. Stevie is a crime buff and she likes to solve crimes and murders. That is her thing. That's what she loves to do. She wants to grow up and be a detective one day. You have her roommates in the house. One's a writer, one's an actor, one's like an engineer, one's an artist, and so forth and so forth. They all get accepted into this school, and in the beginning of this book there was the founder of the school. His wife and daughter was kidnapped and his wife was murdered, and the case was never solved because they never found his daughter's body or remains or whatever. And it is Stevie's like mission to find out who the kidnapper was. The only clue that they had was this letter that they had got into school back in like 1936 when all of this happened, signed by Truly Devious. That's basically the plot in a nutshell. I wasn't a fan of the plot. This book kind of went back and forth between the past and the present. I was more interested in everything that happened in the past versus everything that was going on in Stevie's time. The past was really exciting. Like I said, it was the kidnapping and the founder of the school, Ellingham, maybe. I think it was Ellingham. Yeah, Ellingham. He was like all frantic, you know, looking for his wife and child to the point where we think he was murdered a couple of years later after that happened. Like I said, I was more interested in that. On Stevie's side, we follow her wanting to, like I said, solve this crime, which, to be honest, I have no idea what it has to do with the story itself. But the actor of her roommates, he is murdered, and she is trying to find out who would murder him, or was it even an accident? We don't know yet. And of course, the prime suspects are everybody who lived in all the roommates that lived in the house, even though it's a big school with other students. Those are her primary suspects. Character-wise, I think there was just way too many characters, and they all had no depth to them. I really wanted to like Stevie, but she was boring. She was bland to me. For somebody to be a crime buff, you would think she would be like more exciting and would be more into trying to solve the case, but she was just like kind of picking stuff here and there, and it just didn't really make any sense. On top of that, she had like two mentors. She had like Larry, the security guard, and I think Charles, her like school advisor, who was both giving her like advice throughout the book, but still, it was still, none of it really made sense to me. The pacing was so slow. When they jumped into the past and was talking about Ellingham trying to find his family, it was on point. I was glued. I was like, they had it like it was written like little transcripts from like a detective interviewing the suspects, which was really cool. And then we jump back to Stevie's perspective, and it's like, oh, they're going to class. They're talking about their projects. They're walking home from class. It was just nothing. I didn't enjoy that part of the book at all. I'm still trying to figure out how the kidnapping in the beginning ties into what's happening now. Of course, there's a romance in this book, and I don't understand why there has to be a romance in every book that we read. It's like she falls for this guy who she hated at first, and then they have like this moment of she thinks she can't do it, and I don't know, and they want to make it out, and then it's all weird and awkward from there. I don't know. If I had to choose, my favorite character would probably be Nate, the writer. He was like the only one that had any originality to him. He was like really quiet, really standoffish, but he did get involved in stuff when he was pressured into doing so. So I like him, maybe because I'm a writer too, so maybe that's why I felt a connection with him. Everybody else was just blah to me. Will I continue on with this series? I don't know. It's too early to tell. I mean, I do like a good mystery because I do want to know what happened, but the next book doesn't come out until next year, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to wait that long to finish this series. I might feel different later when it comes out, but who knows. And speaking of continue on with the series, what the hell was that ending? the guy that she was with, the David kid, his father being, no, his father, him being the son of the guy that her parents loved, and she did because she said he was a fascist and a racist, and they was like running his like campaign thing. I don't even know what the hell he was even running for, and what was the purpose of him even lying to her about who his father was. I think he told her that her father was dead, his father was dead, and he comes in a big ass helicopter landing on the school. So of course, I'm pretty sure all of this ties in together, but I don't know. It's just so out there to the point where I don't know, maybe I just don't care enough to finish, but I don't know. As always, I'm rambling, so thanks guys for watching. I'm going to end it here. Let me know down below what you think of this book. Do you like it? Are you going to finish the series? Do you think it could be better? This book kind of read like somebody's first crime novel that they written in their like creative writing class. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to bash the author because I have nothing against the author itself. I actually like Maureen Johnson. I just didn't like this book. I read some of her other stuff, her little collabs and everything else, but I just wasn't a fan of this book. Definitely a 2-star read for me. As always, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video. Bye.